What's up? What's good, YouTube? In today's video, we will be taking a look at ARUNI and how to play her on ranked maps. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into this video. So on to our first map for ARUNI, we have Nighthaven Labs. We're going to be in basement, and this strat is very OP. I see it used in a lot of comp ranked games with diamonds or higher. I've never really seen this used in any low ranks. Only higher ranks know about this. So for the first thing you're going to do is make a hole in breach, and when prep phase is over, my bad, you're going to want to hurry up and run out here, and you're just going to throw in a ARUNI gate here, and you're going to throw in a ARUNI gate here. You're already going to have this wall reinforced. My bad, you should have already had this reinforced, so you don't have to reinforce both, but you get it. So you're going to have that reinforced. When the prep phase timer's over, you're going to run out, put an ARUNI gate on both of these, and you're going to run back in and hurry and reinforce this. Now what this is going to do is anybody that has an ace or a thermite, it's going to be even harder for them to get this wall because you have the ARUNI gates on it. This is a very OP strat. Like I said, high ranks use this. I would definitely suggest using this. It'll slow them down. It'll be way harder for them to get the wall, and it's just very OP. And then with your last ARUNI gate, you can either throw it on EXO stairs door, but what I like to do, I like to throw it right here on this double door. So if they do end up getting single wall, when they try to walk in and make a play, there's going to be footholes right here. So they can't really come over here because you can kill them off the footholes. A lot of people like to swing off this little thing. They hide behind this and swing on the pillar. And they like to jump through here and make plays and try to go for a plant right here on default. Or some of them push this door, but a lot of people like to push through this double window, like I said. So this being here helps anybody playing behind pillar. So if they're trying to flash them or smoke them or go for plant or anything like that, Grim, Ying, they're going to have to burn one of them. And after 30 seconds, you can just tap it and it'll be activated again. Now we're going to be upstairs in Nighthaven Labs. And with your first ARUNI gate, you're just going to put it right here on server door. So what this does is anybody trying to jump through this window or push through connector, they're going to try to push up here. And they're going to have to waste utility to burn this, or they're going to have to walk through it and take a little bit of a damage. So that's a good one. Then I like to come back here, and I like to put one on this door. So what this does is anybody pushing this back hallway, you're going to have footholes right here, like so. So now they can't just walk up and run in and try to make a play. They're going to have to be stuck on these footholes for a second. They're going to have to burn this ARUNI gate with any utility. And if they don't have utility, same as the other door, they're just going to have to walk through it and take a little bit of damage. And then with your next one, it's kind of optional. You can put it on IT door. So when they get main wall and they're trying to push in IT, they're going to have to burn it. Like I said, same thing, or they're going to have to walk through it. Or what I like to do, normally there's a mirror right here. So if you have this mirror and mirror's not banned, you can put it on this wall for a mirror. Or if you don't have a mirror here, you can also put it on this wall. So now what this does, you're always going to have these head holes. Even if you don't have a mirror, you're always going to have these head holes. So if anybody's pushing connector side, which a lot of people like to get connector wall and make a play in here, and if they do, they're going to have to burn this ARUNI gate. They can't throw flashes in here and then have somebody swing off this door. Now you got one there, and you got one on this wall, so they can't throw anything through here. Or if they try to ash charge this wall or anything, you got an ARUNI gate on it, so they're going to make them waste their utility. But that is going to be it for Nighthaven Labs. Now let's jump into our next map. So on to our second map, we have Cafe. And Cafe is a pretty simple one for ARUNI. What I like to do is I just like to put one on New Hatch. And I like to put one on Red Stairs Hatch. Now what this does, you can put your bob wire on Red Stairs too also. And I like to put one right here. So now what this does, everybody's going to pop these hatches. A lot of people like to get this hatch and they like to breach this wall. So if they got an ace to try to breach this wall, they're going to either have to waste one of their aces or they're going to have to get one of their teammates to waste their flash or smokes or grims or anything like that. But genuinely, it just makes them waste their utility and it slows them down a little bit. Same thing with this hatch. They're always going to get this hatch. And what I would do is have a free place nitro. But a lot of people in higher ranks know that there's going to be one, so they end up getting it. But that's besides the point. This is just a very good ARUNI gate because it's the same thing. It's going to make them waste their utility, and some of the times their teammates that are the only ones with utility to burn these have to end up coming to the roof and wasting time to burn this for them, or they're just going to have to fall through it and take damage. So overall, you want to put one on 2 of these hatches. It slows them down, makes them waste utility, and then if anybody's coming up red, you got the barb for that. And if they end up dropping this hatch and trying to make a play right here, they got barb, they got a break right here. And then another one I like to do is you can come right here and you can put one on this door. Now what this is really good for, you're always going to have head holes right here like so. So what you can do, this wall is normally reinforced, so you can just swing off these head holes right here, and they can't really flash you. They can maybe flash the head holes, but the odds of them trying to flash the head holes, they're most likely just going to try to flash or smoke this door, and they can't because they're going to have to burn this ARUNI gate. Like I said, a lot of people are going to push through that wall, whether they ace it or get it open with any type of hard breacher. They're going to get through that wall, and they're going to try to push and make a play in the cigar on these head holes in this door. So now what this does, the same thing. It just slows them down, makes them waste more utility, so they can come over here and hold peaks on this rotate, but they can't really walk through here unless they burn this or take a little bit of damage. So overall, this is a very simple setup for upstairs, 3rd floor for cafe. Now I'm going to show you one for kitchen. Alright, on to kitchen for cafe. With your first ARUNI gate, it's pretty simple. You're just going to come and throw it right here. So what this does, normally you have head holes, foot holes, whatever one you prefer. I normally have foot holes, but head holes is cool too. So what you can do is, a lot of people like to push back here for freezer wall, and they'll end up pushing out here, and they'll end up swinging this double door, swinging in the main hallway, and end up swinging this door trying to get any kills. So what this does is just slow them down. They're going to have to waste their utility, or they're going to have to walk in and take damage. Now with your second ARUNI gate, you're just going to come right here and throw it on this window. Now what this is going to do is, once again, everybody likes to do a bakery push also, whether it's small bake window or they come in double door. Most of the time they hard breach this wall, or they'll ace this wall from small bake window. But either way, they're going to end up trying to push the bakeries, and they're going to end up trying to come in here and swing this. And a lot of people like to flash or smoke this off so they can come in here and try to push in and make a play on anybody playing back here. So what this does is make them waste their utility, and nobody can jump through this unless they burn it. And then with my last one, I just like to throw it on small bake door, because like I said, everybody's going to push this bakery or big bakery, or even if they're coming down red stairs or swinging into the hallway, a lot of people are going to rotate to this door. Now you can have a castle strat, the one that I showed in my video. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. If you have the castle set up, then you don't need this one here. You can move it somewhere else. But if you don't have somebody playing castle, then you can definitely put this right here. This is a very good ARUNI. It makes them burn this, and they're going to have to waste their utility or walk through it and take damage. But like I said, if you do have the castle set up for your team, then what I like to do, I like to come in here, and I like to end up putting it on this freezer hatch. Now the reason you're going to do this is because a lot of people are going to play vert. They're going to end up getting this hatch with Habana or whoever they use, any hard breacher. And if you don't have a Cade, it's going to be easy to get, and they can just drop in freezer. And freezer is an easy way to make a play, because literally you can just drop and you can see into the site right here. You can see anything right here, and they can just easily make plays from this little room. And this ARUNI gate being on this is going to make them waste their utility, or they're going to have to drop and take damage. And once they waste the utility to break it, you'll hear it break, and you can easily swing off of it. If you're out here, you can swing off of it, and after a little bit of time, you can easily reactivate it if they don't end up dropping immediately. But that is going to be it for Cafe. Now let's jump into our next map. On to our next map, we have Chalet. For your first ARUNI gate, you're just going to come to K9 door. You're just going to throw it right there, and you can place barb on this door also. Now what this does, everybody plays for K9. You're going to have somebody coming up here for this main wall. They're going to end up swinging this. They're going to either have to burn their ARUNI gate or walk in and take damage, and they're going to have to break the barb also. So they're going to have to break the barb and break this ARUNI gate, so you'll easily hear that they're breaking barb and flashing or smoking and trying to get rid of that ARUNI gate and burn it, and you can swing and get your kill. And then with your next two, this is an easy setup on Chalet. You're just going to throw them right here on this wall like we did for Nighthaven Labs. Now what this is going to do, most of the time, nobody plays thermite because they don't want to have to hop in and put the thermite on the wall because they run the risk of getting swung off anybody playing top fireplace or head holes in library or anybody swinging right here. So what everybody does, even I do it on attack, I'll run ace and I'll just throw the ace charges on this wall. So now if they're on ace, the only thing ace has is hard breaches and claymores, so he cannot burn these. So he's going to have to get a teammate to come and burn these ARUNIs before he can throw his ace on the wall, or he's going to have to waste an ace charge just to ace open the wall. So either way, you're going to make them waste utility and bait time, waste time, whatever you want to call it. And it's just going to overall help the team, slow the enemy team, the attacking team down. And it just helps a lot. And then if they end up pushing through this door, like I said, they have to burn this and break this barbed wire too. And with my other set of barb, I like to come over here and just put it right here on this door. So now when anybody's swinging up here, you're going to have head holes on the right side. And now when you hear them breaking this barb to try to swing in the piano, you can have somebody playing piano. Sorry, my phone rang. You can have somebody playing in piano to swing and get this kill if you hear them breaking the barb. Or you can have somebody playing on these head holes to swing and get the kill if they're hitting the barb. So that's really it for upstairs on Chalet. Now we're going to move downstairs and show you the setup down there. On the basement for downstairs, the first thing you're going to want to do is come down here and put this barbed wire right here on blue. Now what you can also do to pair this with is the Azami strat, the Malusi strat, and also my Fenrir strat. If y'all haven't seen those videos on my channel, y'all go check those out. But with your first ARUNI gate, you're going to come back wine cell, and you're just going to throw one right here. Now what this does, everybody's going to push this main wall, or they're just going to come down these stairs, or even push through this hallway. They're going to end up having to burn this or run through it and take damage. Either way, it's going to slow them down, make them waste utility before they can just flash you anybody in wine cell or flash anybody over here. So this is going to slow them down. Then with your second one, you're going to put one on blue stairs. So if they end up pushing in wine cell, they burn this and they end up pushing in. Then now if they try to make a play, really the only thing they can do is swing wine cell. If they want to push blue, they're going to have to flash that, smoke it, or waste any of their utility. And you always are going to have somebody playing in blue, like I said, on this Azami strat. It's a little pixel peek. Go check that video out. So now if they hear this get burnt or anything, they can easily swing and get the kill, because most of the time people ain't just going to walk in and take damage. So that really helps your person playing blue. And then what I also like to do is have one right here. They're going to get main breach, and when they push in, they're going to try to flash right here so they can run in and plant behind trash cans, or they're going to either come right here and plant right here. But either way, a lot of people like to flash right here, because sometimes you'll have people playing in here, or even if they're just playing right here and holding this pixel peek on them walking in trash can, they're either going to try to smoke this door off or throw any flashes or grims or anything like that, and that's going to slow them down and make them waste utility. So if they do that, they're going to have to waste their first one, and then you can be ready for them to throw another one, so you can easily just swing off and get your easy kill when they go for plant. But that is it for basement on Chalet. Now let's jump into our next map. So on to our next map, we have Villa. We're going to be upstairs in game room. On this map, I'm just going to show you one easy, quick strat. For your first ARUNI gate, you're just going to make your way in the study room, and you're going to throw it on this balcony door. Now what this does is a lot of people love pushing this balcony, and they like to throw ace charges on this wall. I do it myself. So what you can do is easily just put this ARUNI gate right here, and it'll make them waste their utility and slow them down from being able to grab these walls, or just even flash any of these doors and push in the site. So this ARUNI gate right here is very good, and like always, you can reactivate it. Now with your second one, you're just going to throw it on this door. Same thing. So now when they do end up burning that one, it kind of forces them to push this way, because they already burned one of their utilities here. So now they're either going to have to burn another one, which they made it to where you only get 2 flashes now. So that's going to be all their flashes if they have flashes, or all their smokes. And they only get 3 ace charges. So they're either going to have to waste 1 there and use 2 on this wall. But now when they try to swing this door, they're not going to have any utility to break this. So they're going to have to walk through and take damage, or they're just going to have to get a teammate to burn it, which will take time, and overall it helps your teammates. And what I like to do is throw a barbed wire right here. So when they do burn it, they can't just burn it and walk in and make a play on anybody playing in vault. They're going to have to break the barbed wire also, so that gives your team a heads up. For anybody playing inside, they're going to hear it. And you're literally just going to do the same thing on this door. You're just going to throw a barbed wire. and throw your little ARUNI gate right here. Same thing. So now they're going to have to burn this, and they're going to have to break the barb. So if you don't hear them burning this, you're going to hear them breaking the barb. And by the time, if they don't push it immediately, this can already recharge, and you can just activate both of them again. But ultimately, you're going to have to make them waste utility to push through these doors, and they're going to have to break the barb. They can't just walk in. They can't just break this ARUNI gate and walk in and make a play. They're going to have to hit the barb or break it. So that really slows them down. But one thing I do like to do also, if you don't want this ARUNI gate, I definitely recommend the barb and the ARUNI gates on that, because those are both for sight, so it slows them down for getting in sight. If you don't want this one on study door, what I like to do, honestly, I would say chalk that one on study door, unless they're really pushing study door hard and you know that they're going to do it again and you lost a round before. Then what I like to do is have this reinforced, and I'll just throw the ARUNI gate on vault wall. The reason why you're going to do this is because, again, Ace likes to rappel up on this window, and he'll throw an Ace charge on vault wall, and vault wall is a main point in sight. Vault is a very good spot to play as a defender. It's so powerful. It's so OP. So you don't want them to be able to open that. You could have a mute jammer. If you haven't watched my video, go watch that on my mute setup. You could put a mute jammer on this wall or any wall denial. But if you don't have any wall denial or a mute jammer, you can definitely throw your ARUNI gate right here on vault wall, so it'll slow them down and make it to where they can't really get vault wall unless they waste all their Ace charges. And most of the time, Ace isn't going to want to throw one to break it and throw another one just to get vault wall. But if they do, either way, it made him waste one of his Ace charges, which is really huge. But like I said, if you already have a wall denial, you can just go ahead and put that ARUNI gate on study door, which will probably be better, because most of the time you're going to have somebody on wall denial or mute. So it's really up to your team. Whatever they run, you can pick whichever one you want. But that is pretty much it for Villa. It's just one little small setup for game room upstairs. But let's jump into our next map. Now, before we go to our next map, I just want to thank you for watching this video. If you can do me a favor, smack that like and subscribe button. Turn the post notification bell on for more content like this. Now let's jump back into this video. Come here, boy. Schmeeky, schmeeky, schmeeky. Boy, ARUNI got them hands, fam. Nah, I'm just playing, but let's jump back to this video. Let me quit playing. So on to our next map, we have Canal. Now this one's really going to help you out a lot. It seems so simple, but you're just going to throw an ARUNI gate on both of these windows in 90 Hall. Now what this is going to do is, me personally, I run Ace and I do the same thing, so I know it will work. A lot of people like to run Ace and they'll throw an Ace on this wall, or they're even throwing Ace on this wall. Now what this is going to do, it's going to make them waste an Ace or make one of their teammates come and waste their utility. Either way, it's going to slow them down from getting any of these walls. Or if you haven't seen my mute jammer video, like I said, you can mute both of these walls, but that's besides the point. These being here are really going to slow them down, make them waste utility, and then you're just going to put your last one right here. So what this is going to do, if they do push main breach and they don't end up getting the wall because you got a bandit tricker, they're going to try to come in here and push in here and make a play. You do have these footholds, but a lot of people, they'll just come right here, they'll flash this, and then they'll run in and try to make a play. But what this is going to do, they're not just going to be able to run in and make a play, swing onto site door, and make any plays for people holding breach or sky bridge. Now they're going to have to waste utility, and this is just going to slow them down and waste time. So this being here is very powerful, and same thing for these two. It's very simple, very easy. It's just going to make them bait time, waste time, slow them down, make them waste their utility, and that's just what you want to do to help your teammates. Now on to basement. For your first ARUNI gate, you're just going to throw it on this locker's window. And with your second one, you're going to throw it on this double window right here. Now what these two are going to do, everybody loves to push down here because it's just so good. They're either going to jump through locker's window or jump through this window. So this is just going to slow them down, make them waste utility, and you're always going to have somebody playing right here. If you haven't checked my Frost video out, check that one out too. You can have a shield right here on Frost, and you can just swing off this when you hear them break that ARUNI gate, and if they don't hop in immediately, you can easily activate it again, and you'll have head holes right here to play that, and then you can rotate in here, and they're going to have to flash this to be able to hop in lockers. A lot of people like to hop in this window, come right here, make a play on anybody in showers, and then they can push in sight or down in hallway. So what these two do are just going to make them waste utility, make them slow down their push, and it's just overall going to help your teammates. And what I like to do is throw barbed wire right here, and I like to throw a barbed wire on yellow stairs. So now when they're walking down yellow, you can hear when they break their ARUNI gate and they do end up jumping in, they're going to jump in on barb. They're either going to have to walk through it and take damage, or they're going to have to break it. Most likely going to come over here and end up rotating in the showers. So what I like to do is put an ARUNI gate on this door right here. A lot of people put it on this door, which isn't bad because it's still going to do the same thing. It's going to make them waste it. But now you make them feel secure. So now they're just going to walk in and they're going to feel secure because there's no ARUNI gate, and they're going to try to make a play. But they can't flash anybody in bathroom. So normally I like to have somebody playing literally right here so they can swing off this door if anybody walks in, and they can swing off this if anybody hops in locker window. So if they hear that ARUNI gate get broke, they can easily swing off that, and they can activate it again whenever it is able to. Same thing with this. When they hear this ARUNI gate get flashed or anything, they can activate it, and they can swing off of it. So this is a very powerful position right here. Even if they drop this hatch, you can easily be playing in showers and get an easy kill. So you're stopping 2 entry points just from playing right here. It's a very good setup for basement on Canal. But let's jump into our next map. So on to our next map, we have Consulate. I'm going to be in console office. For your first ARUNI gate, you're just going to throw it right here. Now what this does is when people come and they get this breach, they're going to want to walk in. They're going to try to make a play. This is a very often room where they're going to push. They're going to get that breach. They're going to push through here. So what this does, it makes them walk through and take damage, or they're going to have to burn their utility and it slows them down. But most of the time, if they bring an ace, he's not going to have utility to throw through it. So he's either going to have to get a teammate to rotate around, which is going to waste time for them to burn it, or he's just going to have to try to walk through it and I guess make a play and take damage. So that's really good. And then I like to put another one right here. This one's really powerful because a lot of people will try to ash charge or just run in real quick and run into sight right here and make a play. But now this is going to slow them down. They're going to have to burn this ARUNI gate with any utility, and if they don't have any, same thing as wall, they're going to have to get a teammate to rotate over here and burn it, or same thing, they're going to have to walk through it and take damage, which nobody wants to walk through it and take damage. And even if they don't push stairs and they push back here in admin, a lot of people like to rappel through these windows and they'll try to push in here, swing this door, make a play. So now they're going to have to burn that again, like I said. And then with my third ARUNI gate, I like to put it right here. Now this stops the yellow stairs push. You're normally going to have head holes right here. Another thing, I don't see people use these head holes. They always reinforce this wall. You definitely don't want to do that. You want to put a set of barbed wire right here, make head holes. Now the reason you want that, people will say, oh, well now they can just get in yellow stairs easy. It doesn't matter, bro, because you're going to see them while they're trying to either hop in bathroom window or hop in top spiral. So this should be easy kills. And honestly, I like to put another set of barb right here, or you could just put one over here and put your other one anywhere you want. But I like one right here. You don't need that one, but you need one right here because people will drop skylight and they're going to end up having to break this barb and then push in, and then they're going to have to end up burning their utility on this ARUNI gate, or they're going to have to swing over here into sight. But a lot of people like to push into this room and they like to make a play on the site. So with this being here, they're either going to have to walk through, take damage, or they're going to have to use their utility to burn it, which if they don't have any, once again, they're going to have to get somebody to rotate and burn it for them, or it's going to make them push something different. So this just slows them down and it kind of chalks their push. And this barbed wire here really helps. So when they drop skylight, you could literally just play on this ARUNI gate because they can't flash from skylight or drop and flash this. You're going to be able to play right here because they can't flash you. So when you hear them dropping, they're breaking that barb, you can swing and get a kill. And then if you need to, you can fall back and they're going to end up having to break that. So what I would do is rotate over here and you can just hold a peek because most likely they're going to rotate through here because they don't want to go through that ARUNI gate. Going to be it for console office. upstairs for Consulate. On to our next map, we got Emerald Plains. So with your first 2 ARUNI gates, you're just going to throw one right here. And you're going to throw one right here. Now what these 2 do is anybody pushing up green stairs, some people rappelling through this window, or even if they come through this door and they end up rotating on this door, they're going to have to burn their utility to get in or walk in and take damage. Same thing with this one. A lot of people like to hop through this window, or they'll even hop through this window right here and try to make a play on this door, because now they have a little peek in the sight. So they're going to have to burn their utility and then walk in or take damage. And then you can pair this with my zombie strat I show you. You have one right here, one right here, one right here, and you can sit on here and hold a little pixel. But that's one of my old videos. Y'all go check that out if you haven't seen it. But these ARUNI gates just slow them down from being able to push sight and just walk in and make plays, especially on this door. A lot of people will crouch behind this, walk in and make a play. So now you're going to hear them break this ARUNI gate, and if they don't walk in immediately, you can activate it again. And then with my last one, I like to put right here. And the reason I put this one right here is, like I said, everybody pushes out here to that window or this door. And what you can do, you can come right here to piano, and you can line your cross right here, hop up on the vault, and hop up on this piano. You should get another vault prompt right there. And you can stand up and you can literally get a pixel peek for anybody swinging out there. You can literally crouch so they don't see you at first, act like you're not here, and when you hear them go to break that ARUNI gate and they flash it or smoke it, you can just stand up, and right when they run in, should be an easy kill. Or before that, you can even spawn peek like this. You can just come right here and wait for them to run in and get an easy kill. So this is a very overpowered angle, and you having that ARUNI gate slows them down from just walking in and making a play on you right here, because if they drone you, it doesn't really matter, because you should always win this fight, because I mean, this is a tight peak. They're gonna have to literally be looking up. You should be able to see them before they see you, so this should be an easy kill. And they're gonna have to waste their utility or walk in and take damage. And another thing I like to do is throw a barb on this door. So now, not only do they have to waste their utility, they're going to end up having to break this barb. So while they're punching the barb, like I said, you can just be crouched. They're not even going to know you're on that pixel. Once they hit that barb one time, they're going to go to walk in, and you could be up there and get your easy kill. And then I like to put my second thing of barb right here. The reason why I want to put it on this door is because, like I said, a lot of people will crouch and hide behind this and just walk in. So now, not only they're going to have to waste their utility and burn their utility on this door, they're going to also have to break this barbed wire before they can just walk in behind this. So even if you don't hear the ARUNI gate get broke, you should hear them breaking that barb. That's 3 different sound cues, and if they don't walk in immediately, you can easily activate it again. So this is a very good setup for upstairs on Emerald Plains. On to our next map, we have Clubhouse. For our first side, we're going to be in basement, and with your first ARUNI gate, you're just going to come and put it on this hatch. Now what this does, everybody has a Habana or any type of hard breacher. Mostly all the time, this hatch always gets open, no matter if you have a Kate or not. They're most likely going to get this hatch open. So with this ARUNI gate, it's going to make them waste even more utility. So if they have an Habana, they only get 2 flashes, so they're going to have to waste 1 flash to break the ARUNI gate. So now they can only throw 1 flash, and this would just generally slow them down and make them waste time. Then with my second ARUNI gate, I like to put it on this door. I see a lot of people put it on this hatch. The only reason I don't put it on this hatch is because it's kind of one way. Sometimes they get this hatch, but they always get that hatch. If they don't end up getting this hatch and they push down oil pit or even these stairs right here, either way, if they push through here, or even the hatch, they're gonna have to break this ARUNI gate. Now if you put an ARUNI gate on the hatch and they push down oil pit or these stairs, that one's kind of useless. So I would definitely put it on this door, so now it stops them from pushing through oil pit, these stairs, and if they do end up dropping hatch, the only way they can make a play into sight is through this door, because there's no rotate over here. You should have feet holes right here, head holes right here, and foot holes right here, so they can't walk through any of these rotates because there is none. There's just foot holes and head holes, so they're going to have to walk through this door, so this stops them from pushing all back blue, and they're going to have to flash this, smoke it, or just burn it, or they're going to have to walk in and take damage. And you can always have somebody playing right here. swinging off of it when they go to break it, or you can have a mirror right here. So if they try to flash you or smoke you and drop and make a play on the mirror player right here, you can easily have this ARUNI gate. It's going to make them waste their thing, and once you hear them throw one flash, you can easily run back, get to cover, wait for them to burn it, and then come back, and you can easily make your play. So this is a very good ARUNI gate. Definitely suggest this one instead of that hatch. And then with your last one, you're just going to make your way to main stairs, and you're just going to throw it on this double door. A lot of people, they always run Ram or Habana. Either way, if they don't end up dropping hatch, they're going to end up coming to these main stairs. Everybody rotates right here because they're end up getting this hatch, or they're going to ram and get vert right here. Either way, a lot of people like to run down here and try to make a play, and they're going to be right here swinging this. You should have a mirror right here, and then they're going to end up trying to come through here. So what this is going to make them do, waste their utility, or they're going to have to run in and take damage, which most of the time they're just going to have to waste their utility. And you should have a mirror here, or you can have somebody playing in Memorial Room and they can swing off that once you hear them break it. Or you could even be playing right here in Church. When they break it, you can swing, get your kills. Or you can even have somebody playing these footholds right here. There's going to be footholds. So now when you hear them break that ARUNI gate, you can have somebody playing right here. They can easily get the little kill when they try to run in and make a play. So that is going to be it for basement on Clubhouse. Now we're going to move to our setup on upstairs and bedroom. On to our next site, upstairs bedroom on Clubhouse. You're going to make your way in Logi. You're just going to throw one on here. Now what this is going to do, everybody's going to pop Logi hatch. A lot of people like to drop and try to make a play. So what this is going to do is make them waste utility, or they're going to have to get somebody else. If they don't have any flashes or smokes, they're going to have to get somebody else to come and do it, which is going to waste time, or they're going to have to drop and take damage. And you can always have somebody playing right here. There's going to be a rotate right here. You can always have someone swing and reactivate it when it goes off. So that one's really good for Logi hatch. Then what I like to do, a lot of people like to put it on both of these windows, which isn't bad, but what I like to do is put one on this wall, because most of the time you're always going to have a mirror right here. If you haven't checked my mirror setup strat out, y'all go check that video out. You're always going to have a mirror right here if it's not banned, and what they're going to do, they're always going to get this jacuzzi wall, and what they're going to try to do is flash or smoke or even Grim or Ying you on that mirror and try to walk in, break it, and make a play. So what this does, if you're on the mirror, you're going to see them before they even do it. They're going to end up flashing, and before that, you can just run back here, hide in the corner when they flash. It won't flash you. Then you can come and play back on your mirror. So they're going to have to waste utility. They can't flash you while you're on this mirror, so they can't really walk in and make a play. This is a very powerful ARUNI gate. I don't see a lot of people use it, but like I said, they're going to have to flash you or anything, and they're not going to be able to walk in and make a play because you have this ARUNI gate, and you can always reactivate it when you need to. And then with your last one, I like to put it on construction door. Now, a lot of people, when you're in bedroom, they're either going to push through con single wall, or they're even going to push through cash room. They're going to try to make a play into con. Even if they jump through this window, they're going to try to make a play on this door, and they're going to have to waste utility, burn their flashes or whatever they got, or they're going to have to walk in and make a play, but they're going to take damage. So either way, you're going to have somebody playing in bathroom at least. So they'll hear this ARUNI gate break, so they're going to know, okay, somebody's behind me, let me keep an eye on that. Or they're going to walk in and take damage, and you should be able to hear it. They might get the kill on you, but most likely they're not just going to walk in and take the damage. Now, the reason I said don't put them on these windows is because if you haven't seen my castle strat video, you can go ahead and watch that. You can put castles on both of these windows. Yeah, they probably will get broken really quick by the attacker team, but you can also pair it with my Malusi video. You can just put the Malusis on these windows, and it'll help them. So you can play in here, and if they jump in, you'll hear them jump in. You don't really have to worry about those two windows because you got the Malusis, and you'll hear them break the castles, so you can swing off if you need to. That is going to be it for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. But before I end this video, I just want to say a real quick prayer for y'all. God, I pray that you just bless the person watching this video. I pray that they have a good rest of their week. Amen. Y'all be safe. God bless. We out.